Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. So we're going to talk with Brian Jardine, North Pocono baseball coach, and there's a great cause coming up the first weekend of April, the 2014 Bill Howerton Strikeout Cancer Weekend. Brian, tell us a little bit about this event.
Jamie Shevchik and I actually started it last year, at a much smaller scale. We both were two people that were mentored by Bill. I was fortunate enough to coach with Bill for a couple of years at the University of Scranton when I was right out of college, and as Jamie started the program at Keystone, he took over as head coach. Bill was somebody right there, really helped him along. So with Bill's passing, I wanted to do something to honor him, and the Strikeout Cancer Game was something I did in North Pocono since I've been up there, and again, it was something small scale, so Jamie had the idea. Maybe we combine with Keystone, play a doubleheader at Keystone College. With North Pocono playing the first game, followed by the college game with Keystone. From there it grew, Jeremy Ruby and Rob Crane, Kurt Coloni, a couple guys down in the stadium, sort of heard of this, and Kurt actually was one of the players I coached there, and he obviously played for Bill. So the stadium became involved, and once they were involved, other high schools and colleges heard Bill's name attached to this, and from there it grew to about 14 teams last year. And right now, as we head into next weekend, looks like we'll have 34 teams participating. So it's really taken off this year, and we're really interested to see where we can go even from here.
Brian, you mentioned 34 teams. This thing is growing awfully fast from last year to this year, and Jamie Shevchik, he does a great job there at Keystone. Obviously, you're doing a nice job at North Pocono with the baseball program, but you mentioned somebody like Bill Howerton, and if people knew this guy, tell us about what he was like before he passed, and the kind of guy he was, type of baseball coach he was, and what he meant to you as being a part of the game of baseball.
Oh, he was great. He was just a great guy, and as far as being around somebody who knew the game, he was remarkable. He could see things, an inning in advance. It was just incredible what he knew with the type of baseball knowledge that he had. But beyond that, what I really learned from him is how to treat players. He was dealing with high school kids at the time. I was 21, 22 years old as an assistant or kids on the team. Older than I was, actually. But when, Bill would take care of these kids, and now that I look back, thinking, as a parent, I turn my kid over to a guy like Bill. That'd be fantastic. He's just a great guy. Like I said, he could teach you the game inside and out, but it was well beyond that as far as what he did for me. And I know, Jamie, I'm sure, would echo those same sentiments where, you could really see what he does for his players, and it showed, how many teams just came out last year on short notice, and, they played for Bill, or just simply down Battaglias where they had chances to deal with Bill, buying equipment or whatever it might have been. Just the effect he has on people. He's just such a great guy, and, we're just happy we can do something like this to honor his name.
Now, Brian, tell us, is it just more than baseball? Are there some softball teams involved as well? Yeah,
we're thrilled this year. It was one of those deals where we had a meeting or two, and Jamie and I, it's one of the things that let's try and involve softball a little bit this year. And then, as things start to happen, and of course, we have our seasons as well, where, we have to worry about the product we're putting on the field, and school and families. And before I knew it, time was a little short, so it's hard to really get in the full swing. But Michael Dave, our softball coach, does a great job with his program as well. He really wanted to get involved, and we're able to get a couple teams. We had Lackawanna College, who's going to be involved. They're the only college softball team. They play Delaware Tech, Owens, I think it is. And then, like I said, we're going to get a doubleheader up at Keystone with North Pocono and Mid-Valley, and they'll be followed by Dunmore and Scranton. So, we're able to get softball on board this year, and we're thrilled about that. And again, that's one of the things we're probably looking for expanding next year. A few teams actually reached out recently, thinking, weren't quite sure they could fit it in the schedule, but definitely want information going into next year on it.
What if people or businesses wanted to donate to the cause and what you guys are doing? Tell us how people could check out the website and what they could do to go ahead and donate, some money or maybe their time for the event.
Yeah, we have a website now this year, BillHowertonKcancer.com, and that's been created where you can go on the site and whether you take out an ad for the program book or just to make a donation, we have contacts on there. You can reach out and do that. One of the other things we're excited about this year, and this information's on the website as well, for all the teams participating, seniors of those teams in high school are actually going to have a chance to be awarded a scholarship in Bill's name, and that's one of the things the family really wanted to do, just to honor Bill and the way he gave back to the student athletes. Here's a chance to do it and help somebody along. So there's opportunities out there. If like I said, the contacts are on the website, and hopefully we can have quite a few people out at PNC is pretty much the focal point, with Dunmore, Wyoming area playing on Saturday, followed by Kings and Wilkes, and then of course following day, Sunday, will be at PNC as well with Wallen Fallback and East Stroudsburg South, and then we're thrilled this year to have University of Scranton this year involved in the event. Of course, that's where Bill coached for many years, playing Misericordia. So there'll be raffles there, all sort of items. Like I said, you can just drop donations there as well if you come see the games, as well as 7 other venues. We have a total of 8 venues that games will be played at this year. So plenty of opportunity there, and hopefully we do very well. Like I said, just continue to grow this in the future and help out those in need in Bill's name, with the majority of this of the proceeds going to the American Cancer Society. So it should be a great weekend. Hopefully weather cooperates, and just going to be nice to get out and play a little baseball and get outside the gym for a little bit.
It is a 2014 Bill Howerton Strikeout Cancer Weekend, Friday, April 4th through Sunday, April 6th. And you mentioned all the teams, 34 of them, the 8 locations, including PNC Field, and the website, BillHowertonKCancer.com. Brian Jardine, North Pocono baseball coach, want to thank you so much for telling us more about this great event, about the great and late Bill Howerton, and, of course, what you guys are doing with Jamie Shevchik and this great cause. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for having us. Great for what you do for our kids, though. All right, time.
All right, that's Bill Howerton Strikeout Cancer Weekend, the first weekend of April here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.